The Global Center on Adaptation, in partnership with local youth organizations, have organized the African Youth Adaptation Forum to establish a network of youth engaged in climate adaptation efforts and to highlight youth-led initiatives in this field in the lead-up to COP30 in Brazil. According to the Global Center on Adaptation, Africa is at the forefront of the climate crisis.
It is important that our young people educate their parents on garbage control and how they control and how they dispose of their garbage. One, they should not dispose of garbage in drainage. It will cause blockage. But also, the young people should tell their parents that we are seeing you, my mom and dad, cultivating in a wetland. Why don't you leave wetland for frogs?
Is that by 2030, 100,000 youth will be members. We are living in a climate emergency, but also it's an opportunity to create a climate-resilient development, and for that also to create jobs and new opportunities for young people. We want to also recognize the leadership of the government of Uganda because it's a champion for adaptation, for youth issues, and also for education.
The world has agreed that we need to collectively empower and nurture the young ones to become the main drivers of environmental conservation education and climate action.
A September 2022 report by the Ministry of Water and Environment reveals that Uganda will require over $28 billion in funding between 2022 and 2030 for climate adaptation and mitigation efforts.
But also, most importantly, is what we deal with when it comes to early warning, because releasing climate and weather information timely is something that will help farmers to either adapt and plan very well when it comes to planting. But in order to do that, you require a bit of financing. The National Climate Change Policy and the NDCs articulate this very well. The amount of financing needed is more than $45 billion, which is over and above what we could provide as a country.
During the forum, young people were encouraged to advocate for a resilient economy. The outcomes of the forum will be showcased and presented at COP30 in Brazil.
We intend to work with the GCA to kind of continue having like a routine youth engagement, because we know education and literacy plays a key part in ensuring that people clearly understand the impacts and correspondingly the kind of policy narrative that government is putting.
The theme for this inaugural African Youth Adaptation Forum was Youth Leadership to Build Climate-Resilient Economies. Marion Awori and Stephen Kalisia for UBC.